recording is something worth championing. It's a logical first step for an artist to cut their teeth and learn the ropes on a micro scale of what might happen should you land a full-blown major label type of music career. Albums like Lispector's The Return of the Old Flame prove you can still master your trade on any scale and create a near masterpiece, whether your music is heard by hundreds, millions, or billions. You don't need the most expensive available equipment to capture visionary talent. I've been captivated by Lispector's new home-produced synth pop album for the past few weeks, and it's safe to say it's gone deeper than a mere infatuation. Lispector is Julie Margat, a visionary one-person music-making indie rock machine. She's based in Bordeaux, France, but she sings mainly in English. She's a prolific songwriter and self-recordist with a very large backlog of material. Her new solo album is actually her 22nd release, and this came out in June of 2023, and that's when I bought it, and that's when I originally wrote this review. I'm finally getting it up here on YouTube. So it's called The Return of the Old Flame. It's of course downloadable and streamable, but better yet would be to just enjoy it in its DIY glory on analog cassette like I have. Her first edition sold out immediately upon release. She likely recorded her album in her bedroom or living room, like most of her previous albums, dating back to her earliest work with rudimentary 4-track tape machines. So I'm assuming she worked on a laptop, and it's all in digital realm now. You know, she's progressed out of the analog into the digital, like a lot of home recordists. Although it still retains its handcrafted feel, and that has that charm still. So there's a lot of Casio-sounding synths going on, though she mentions the Yamaha brand, plus electric guitars and bass, and at least a couple of different drum machines. There's something very charming about her low-energy, casual vocal style. And I'm not implying low effort, by the way. It sounds like how you would expect someone to sing when you're vocalizing in an apartment somewhere in France and trying not to disturb your neighbors during your home recording sessions. Julie's music buzzes with me on a deep and dreamy, happy level. Listening to her warm and economical songs, I feel as though I spent an afternoon in her cozy French living room, resting my cold drink on a coaster on top of her coffee table while she busily tracks tunes at her keyboard across the living room. And the music creates an instant atmosphere that draws me in and makes me feel right at home. She's gifted with a perpetually youthful sounding singing voice, and knowing that she's been at it since the late 1990s, she can't still be 23 years old, but that's where you might peg it, you know, if you hear her singing. The standout track on this cassette that I have is Self-Driving Cars.
Which brings us at last to the moment of truth.
Okay, so the Prog score is a 4.5 out of 5 dog bones. It's an astonishing but simple musical statement of a songwriter fully in her stride across the living room studio floor. A dexterously crafted, homespun, near masterpiece of synth pop, and I certainly highly recommend it. I just love it. I adore it, actually, let's be honest. So that's it, Spiraling Up. Make sure you visit my eBay store for vintage science fiction and fantasy novels, which I managed to hunt out through the thrift shops throughout Vancouver Island where I live. And which is really fun for me, and I love to read them, actually, some of them before I sell them. But don't worry, I take very good care of them, and I'm listed as a top seller with eBay. So once again, the Wolfe Warehouse